Hello everyone and welcome to this weather for the week ahead video where we'll be talking about the weather for the week ahead in the UK. So this is today. We've currently got this area of heavy rain with some heavier bursts embedded in it, moving south currently. Let me just change the colour of that pen so it's more easy to see. But we've currently got this area of heavy rain moving south in it with some heavy bursts in there as well. So generally when you wake up tomorrow, it will be quite a wet day, but actually things are going to turn more wet as we run through this loop. So this is that wet weather transferring south, as you can see, going to be quite wet in the south in the morning. And then notice we have if I just run through this bit a bit, we then have this area of further heavy rain, this time a bit stronger across parts of Northern Ireland and Ireland as well. And that's because we have quite a lot of fronts moving into the UK and moving up against higher pressures here. So kind of slowing down a little bit because we have higher pressure over the UK. These fronts move into the UK and then kind of slow down and meander around. And as you can see, that's going to give quite a lot of rain many regions. So the Met Office have actually issued a yellow warning of rain for Northern Ireland for some pretty decent accumulations. More than 50 millimetres of rain does look likely. Continue to run through the loop. This is for basically midday on Wednesday. We notice that band of rain that we just talked about along this warm front here. This is a warm front, then starts to move into some fairly cold air, and you can see there's a divider line of cold air here and then mild air here. And basically what's going to happen as this rain pushes into the cold air, we could see some snow actually across northeast and eastern England and also parts of southern and southeastern Scotland through Wednesday, Thursday, even possibly into a Friday a little bit. So if I just clear that and I can show you the loop here, you can see that pushes in. Quite a lot of uncertainty about where this snow will happen, but over parts of Scotland looks quite likely, parts of northeastern England, and there's a chance that we could get it even into parts of East Anglia during Wednesday. There is still lots of uncertainty, but the higher you are relative to the sea, the better chance you have of snow. And then notice that threat does get a little bit bigger because we get almost a second round of rain coming in as we have this actual low pressure system develops like so. We have this low pressure system develop and then move south, and this by now is more of an occluded front, but if I just run it through, you can see that it does give snow to quite a few parts of the east coast. And the Met Office also have a yellow snow warning for this currently as at the moment as well, with widely 2 to 5 centimeters at low levels. The Met Office warning is basically like here, with 15 centimeters possible on the hills, possibly even 30 centimeters on the hills. And this does have the potential to be quite a lot high magnitude event over this region. As you can really see through this loop, there is quite a lot of rain which would be turning to snow in this event. So if we run through the rest of the week, we have high pressure, have a nice ridge in here. This would bring some frost, maybe some fog, but generally a nice end to the week. Before we potentially have more low pressure systems then moving into the UK and potentially pushing into this ridge and potentially giving some more rain or even snow. Now I'm going to look at one of the different models for this potential snow threat. This is called the ARPEG model here, and if I just quickly run it through, I think I clicked the wrong thing, sorry everyone. So this is that one. If I just show you the overview, I'm going to run it forward. This is a different one. You can see here, this will mainly be what I show the snow threat on. You can see here, this snow threat, if I highlight the regions we're interested in, notice how it turns to snow in those regions, but also as that low moves south during the course of Thursday and possibly into Friday as well, we have that snow threat become a bit more widespread, but also a bit further south. And in this scenario, we could have possibly 2 to 5 centimeters, even to low levels a bit further south, perhaps into East Anglia, parts of the Midlands, There's some uncertainty, but possibly even into parts of southeastern England during Friday morning and Thursday night. So that is a potential threat that we could see there. And there's some models which are completely going crazy with that threat, and some models which are subduing it down a little bit. But generally, quite a wet week, especially for the first few days of it, but then turning a bit more settled before it goes a bit more rainy again. These are the model accumulations, the daily accumulation forecasts. This is for tomorrow, and I'm just talking about how wet it could look in parts of Northern Ireland, but you can see this area here, really quite wet, 30 plus millimeters in some parts tomorrow, and even a wet day into other parts as well. Pretty much all of the UK seeing some wet weather. Tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, also another very wet day. This is what that rain/snow band brings. So even if you don't see snow, it could still be a very, very wet day, possibly even 30 plus millimeters. But the most interesting thing is, if you see snow, this could potentially be quite a lot of snow. Then also this is that same snow band which lingers around a little bit, producing rain or snow. By this point, there's a higher chance of snow, so we could see some snow in some areas Thursday through Friday. And then things generally turn a bit more settled as we have that ridge providing some settled, nice, fine, dry weather. And then before things could turn a little bit more wet again by the weekend with some rain moving in. That's basically the weather for the week ahead. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a nice evening.